Hey everyone, welcome to this Make and Take workshop video. I want to make sure that you're set up for success to run your own Make and Take. So I'm going to walk you through the things you need and how to successfully run your own Make and Take. So first and foremost, just going back to that list above this video, a few things you need are the 5 milliliter roller bottles. Okay? You can find those at that link on Amazon. Order the quantity that you feel you are comfortable starting with. You'll want some fractionated coconut oil. You can use doTERRA's, and I also recommend getting one that has a pump because it really makes for ease of use when you've got multiple people creating these roller bottles. The drawing slips, you'll want to print these out. Trifolds, these are super simple tools to use for Make and Take workshops, the one-on-ones or group classes as well. So they have all the information that you need to get over the basics of essential oil use. You'll want some kind of bag to collect all your drawing slips in, and of course pens. You'll want a Make and Take worksheet here that has all the recipes. This is going to be your guide during the Make and Take. You'll also want to have some wholesale account forms ready to go for people that are ready to start their account with you that night. And then I always like to have a little goodie bag. So anyone who starts their account with me at that Make and Take always gets to bring home a little goodie bag of things to try out as well. So I'm going to go over each of these and then give you some tips for being really successful in your Make and Take. So first and foremost, let's talk about the drawing slips, because this is kind of where you're going to start. So you want to make sure to print these out, okay, have enough for your group, and I like to have these out when everyone comes in so that I can direct them to, you know, grab a seat, grab a glass of water, take some time to fill that out for me, and have a think about what's most important to you with your health or things that you might be dealing with. So these are going to let you know what their health goals are, right? There's just little check boxes at the bottom. This is a great way to help you personalize your class, your one-on-one, or your workshop as you're working with the oils, and I'll get back to that. Okay, some prep things you'll want to do ahead of time. I use Avery.com to make my labels. I just use little like return address labels. I pre-label my bottles because it makes it really simple to pull it out and say, great, now we're working with Allergy Aid. On your labels, you want to make sure you have the name of the blend, so Allergy Aid, and you want to have a really simple description about how to use it and how often. So for example, this says Allergy Aid roll-on pulse points around sinuses and bottoms of small toes as needed. Okay. The other thing I like to do is make sure all of my little roller tops and caps are in bowls that I can set out on the table when we're ready to go so people can just grab what they need. And then, let's see. I think that's it for prep stuff. Okay. Oh, yes, this one. Make sure that you have these printed out and maybe put them in a plastic sleeve. That way if anything gets spilled, right, it's not going to get on your page. You can reuse them, you can keep them in color and keep them super pretty without breaking the bank and printing a whole bunch of things. You don't need to send these home with people. They could take a picture if they want to. They can, you know, if they choose to get started with their kit, you're going to send them information via email anyway. So don't worry about printing a bunch of these out for people. Okay, so you've got everything ready, right? Your friends or family or a hostess's friends and family are coming over, and so we'll get started, right? So the first thing they're going to do is fill out that drawing slip, and you're going to take some time to look through those, okay? As they are coming in and kind of getting settled and maybe chatting amongst each other, okay? Get to know those, get to know what those needs are, yeah? The only other thing you're going to want on the table is your trifold. So your trifold is going to be your teaching sheet. You are just going to need to read through this. That's all you need to do. Okay? This is going to walk them through what are essential oils, why doTERRA, so those safety kind of concerns, plus their humanitarian efforts. Then I skip to this side. We talk about how to use them, so 3 ways to use them, and I always mention the Lifelong Vitality Pack because it truly is a good foundation for health, and it's doTERRA's #1 selling product, right? Then in the middle, we walk through the top 10 oils. I let them know these are the oils we're going to be working with today that come in your kit. And as we're walking through these, I always make sure to ask questions so that people can really imagine themselves using them. And I look back and think back to these, right? So if someone mentioned they needed immune support or natural skincare or mood or sleep solutions, when we talk about lavender, I want to personalize it. And so I'll let them know, hey, Jenny, you mentioned on your drawing slip that sleep solutions were really important to you. Can you tell me a little bit about that? Lavender would be a great choice for you. This is how you could use it. Blah, da, 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 da. Another great option from the top 10 oils would be frankincense, and you can use it like this, right? So I'm going to draw out the needs that people have and show them specifically which oils are going to help them with those needs, okay? And then I always let them know the best way to get started with doTERRA is with one of the starter kits. And the kit we're going to be working with today is this Home Essentials kit right here. And so have a think about which of these kits might best fit your needs. And for the meantime, we are going to get some hands-on oil fun going on, okay? And this is where we're going to start to do some of the oils. So now I'm going to pull this out. I do not want this on the table until we are done with that trifold because it's just a distraction, right? And I'm going to mention again, so those top 10 oils come in 2 starter kits, the Home Essentials kit and the Family Essentials kit. We're going to work with that Home Essentials kit today, and the first roller we're going to make is, say, the balm. And I'm going to let them know this is what it is, this is what it's good for, these are the oils in it, this is how you use it. And I'll say, great. So I'm going to show you how to make an essential oil roller remedy. It's super simple. So the first oil on there is On Guard. Now remember, On Guard was your immune support. We use this on a daily basis. I'm going to hold the bottle about a 45-degree angle, a little bit above, so I can watch the drops. I can count them as they go in. If they're coming out too fast, I'm just going to tip it back a little bit, right? Like really walk them through this. If they've never done it before, it's a little daunting for people. And then I'm going to show them once my essential oils are in there, I'm going to use my fractionated coconut oil, top it off up to about that little shoulder. I'm going to put my roller in there, and then I'm going to either push it down or use the cap to push it down. Quick tip. Once you get your kit, you don't need to come to me to refill this, right? You can continue using this roller and just refill it with the same oils. And I'll show them how to pop this off and how to refill it. And now they've got a tool that they can continuously use with their own oils at home, which is great. So I've shown everyone how to make a roller. I'm going to ask, so who needs to make the balm? Great. So I'm going to pass out my pre-labeled rollers, right? And I'm going to have one person start, and I'm going to have her start. So Julie's going to start with the On Guard, and then she's going to pass it along, okay? And so as everyone is working on passing those oils and making their roller, we're going to talk about the oils in there. Has anyone had experience with On Guard? If you've got some oilers that have already started with you, talk to them in advance, ask them if they're comfortable sharing some of their experiences, but you really want to paint a vivid picture of how other people are using these essential oils, because for someone new, this can feel really overwhelming. They need lots of examples and concrete experiences to go off of. If it's taking a little while, just keep asking questions, keep the conversation going. You can always offer personal experiences or other suggestions of ways that they could use the oils that are in that blend, or how you use this roller at home as well. Okay, so everyone's done the balm. Don't move on to the next roller until everyone has finished that one. And they can just set it in front of them, and then you'll move on to the next one. So the next one that we're going to make is Tummy Tamer. Go back to your drawing slips. Maria, I remember you mentioned digestive issues were important to your digestive support. Can you tell me a little bit more about that? Like, get to know what their needs are, right? And then show them, well, this is how you're going to make Tummy Tamer. This is how you're going to use it. You can use it as often as you need, right? And then send it around. And that's what you'll do for each of these rollers, okay? Really make sure to go back to these slips as often as you can for each roller or each concern, and personalize it as much as possible, because whether it's a one-on-one, whether it's a group class, or whether it's a Make and Take workshop, this is about them. It's about finding a solution for their needs, whether they purchase a kit from you or not, right? So we want to make this as much as possible about serving their needs and helping them find solutions that they can utilize at home. Okay, so let's say we've gone through all the rollers, right? Everyone's been having a great time. Everyone has a really vivid picture about how these oils can be helped. And remember, they're paying you $5 per roller that they're making. So what I like to do with these drawing slips, right? after we're all done making our rollers is I let them know, okay, we're gonna have a quick little drawing, and this is gonna be for a free roller. So yeah, let's see who's the winner, right? So they're expecting to pay $5 per roller. Now you're giving them one for free, which is great. So that, you know, extra $5 off. So that's what I usually do for my drawing, and I'll usually pick one person. If I have a group larger than 6, then I might pick 2 people. And you know, what a great surprise. Like, they expected to pay $20, now they only have to pay $15. Perfect, right? Okay. So then I say, let's come back to your trifold really quickly, and I want to come back to these kits in the middle. So again, today we worked with this Home Essentials kit. If this is in your budget, I would highly recommend starting with this kit. You get 3 times the amount of oils. There's about 250 drops in that bottle, so it's going to last you a long time. Plus it comes with the diffuser, so it's really, really simple to get started using oils right away in your home. It's also one of the best values for your money. If that's not in your budget, you know, and then I kind of explained, we've got the Aroma Touch kit. It has most of the oils we talked about today. It comes with this and this. And if you're really looking for a lifestyle overhaul or a lifestyle change, you want to switch out any toxic cleaners, or you want some really healthy options for skin and hair care, the Natural Solutions kit would be a great fit for you. If you already know which kit you'd like to get started with, I'm going to have you fill out just the gray portions on this wholesale account starter form, okay? And then I'll check in with you and make sure we get the correct kit on there to help you get started with your account today. If you're not quite sure, don't worry, I'll come around and make sure to connect with you and help you make the choice that's best for you. And that's kind of about it. So sometimes people are ready to get started right away and they want to get their kit in that wholesale account right away. Sometimes, you know, they're not quite sure yet, but they've just paid you for these samples. And now you have the perfect way to follow up. You already know what's important to them. Write down what rollers that they got. So when you call, you know, in a few days' time and ask, hey, I just wanted to check in and see how those rollers are working for you. Which one do you like the best? What questions do you have for me? You, again, can really personalize it and make it, you know, suit their needs. And you've got the perfect reason to follow up and continue staying in contact with them, because they're bound to have a really great experience with one of those rollers and want to get started with a kit. Now, it happens sometimes that people, you know, want to get started with oils, but maybe their budget just doesn't have room for a kit at the moment. Do make sure to go up and look at those doTERRA for Less options. Those are really great options that still include the wholesale membership but can fit just about any budget. And, oh, the goodie bag. So what I usually put in the goodie bag, and this is for anyone who starts their wholesale account at the workshop or at any point, then I bring this to the membership overview, which you'll learn about soon. So some things I put in there, I always put a trifold. On the back, it'll have my information, my website, my reference number, so that they can easily share with someone else, right? Because I want to enable people to easily share what they're loving and using with other people as well. So I always put one of those in there. I always put in an On Guard toothpaste sample, okay? Simple and easy to use. I always put in an On Guard lozenge and a Breathe lozenge. And then I usually put in 2 rollers, and this is just an example, but I put in this 5 milliliter size rollers, and I make up 2 blends. One is called You Glow Girl. It's one that I love and I love to share, especially with moms. The other one is DDR Prime, because that is just a great daily use, proactive for your health kind of roller. And so I want to give some people some experiences with products or oils that they might not necessarily consider, but I can easily do that really inexpensively in a little goodie bag. Plus, what a great incentive. Hey, start your, you know, if you start your wholesale account today, you get to take this home with you and try out some fun things. So that's it. Pretty simple to run a make and take workshop. If you started with a kit yourself, you've got the top 10 oils, right? If you're missing some of those oils and you really want to do this right away anyway, choose the rollers on here that you have the oils for. This is your workshop, right? So you can modify it. If you don't have Serenity or Balance, change that one, or just say, we're going to skip this one today. or we're actually going to use, lavender and frankincense instead of serenity and balance because that's sticking with the top 10. So you can modify this a little bit as you need to. And that's about it. Pretty simple, super fun, great hands-on way to learn about oils, get paid for your time and your samples, right? Have an easy way to follow up with people who don't start their account right there on the spot with you. And get some hosts. People love to do these, and it's really easy for someone who comes to one of these to want to do one themselves and continue to create some momentum for you and share those oils with others as well. So that's it, guys. Have fun at your make and take. Please email me, connect with me, ask me any questions that you have. And in the meantime, have a think about these 3 ways to teach others about oils and what you think might be the best fit for you. Take care, everyone.